And
Good evening, everybody. Sorry to interrupt, but we are Gotham After Dark. We have Crimson Sage, Fortune Teller, Emerald, Twitch, Artemis, who's making a cameo appearance. Noctum may or may not be joining us tonight, but apparently I'm having some camera troubles, but we'll figure it out. Fucking platform is annoying, but in any event, we are going to be picking up from the last adventure. Before I get into the situation with Crimson Sage and Fortune Teller, I want to go back to the other group, and let's get some music going. This is royalty-free music, goddammit, so do not hit me with any copyright strikes. Fuck.
Tonight's sponsor is Light FM.
Actually, you know what? Twitch has been trying to get me to do sponsorship videos, so I'm going to be recording those and plugging them in periodically in future episodes.
Okey-dokey.
So that's going to be cool.
Very.
I'm glad we're finally getting to that point.
Well, you know, that would be nice.
What's this we? You mean him? We're not gonna get our 40 acres of the mule.
Of course not. Louis P. Diddy. We're 112. Craig Mack.
That's because you guys are thinking small. You guys are not seeing the picture of it.
Oh, he's like, I want y'all to go.
Can't you see?
I want y'all to walk to Queens. I want y'all to go to Queens and get me a sugar cookie and some breast milk from a Cambodian mom. Yeah, some Cambodian breast milks. I'm shutting the studio down.
I want y'all to go to Red Hook and get me some Reynolds wrap from a one-fingered Vietnamese girl.
Okay. I don't know how caught up you are on the action, Artemis. Artemis getting a real job and leaving us behind, whatever.
I miss you guys.
But
miss you guys a lot.
You're going to be with the main contingent back at the penthouse after Fortune Teller had his meltdown and nearly destroyed the penthouse. And the
meltdown
and the 2 floors below. Yeah. He initiated a combat round. Well, he responded in a combat round that maybe he shouldn't have, and suffered he suffered enough damage that he felt that his character would have a psychic freak out and did a blast that nearly collapsed the structure and killed your FBI liaison. So there's that.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not joking. But after that, him and Sage had gone to one of the locations for one of the kidnapped victims, and it was at a school. If memory serves, it was at a prep school. And Fortune Teller is in his astral form with his body in the car, the sedan that had been loaned to them by Emerald, where Crimson Sage had noticed someone on the rooftop in the building across the street and decided, I'm going to throw a dagger at it.
Oh, Lord.
So that's where they're at. You guys are still back at the penthouse recovering. The security systems had been knocked offline, so there was no comms, there was no servers, nothing, and it was all
Fortune Teller?
Mostly, yes. So all that was being rebooted, rerouted, restored, in addition to additional security measures that Noctum and Twitch were putting into play. along with their respective staffs. What, if anything, were you guys are you guys going to be doing outside of what Crimson Sage and Fortune Teller are going to be encountering? I'll start with Emerald.
Okay. With Noctum not here,
because the deputy mayor had left.
Yeah.
Yes. So that leaves you guys after your encounter with him and his abrupt exit following disappointing dialogue on his part.
Right.
So. Right.
Yes, his dialogue was very disappointing.
Oh yeah. He was very disappointed in the dialogue.
Well, knocked him back here a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to speak to Twitch and ask him to update me on what's been happening as well. And actually, I'm going to call whoever's at the penthouse, since Sage and Fortune Teller are not here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to gather the entire group together. Everybody, please, convene in the meeting hall. Twitch, you can just meet us. You can just video cast in, because I know you're working in a different room, correct? You're working in the.
He's working with your servers in the computer labs.
Right, so he can remote from where he's at. So
well, to the best of his ability.
Right. Yeah. So I need basically everybody to meet in the room, the main meeting hall.
Does that include all staff?
Yes, that includes all staff, and do I have my you said my PR person is there too?
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Did we give her a name?
Do we have a name for her? Let us just call her Susan for right now.
Expendable.
She's not wearing a red shirt or blouse.
They don't wear red shirts anymore.
Okay.
All right. When everybody's there, first off, I want to let everybody know that they're doing an excellent job, especially considering the time crunch we've been faced with. Unfortunately, we're under a lot of undue pressure. I just had a meeting with the deputy mayor, who was the person who basically made us aware of this crisis that we've been facing, with the unfortunate outburst, quote unquote outburst, of our colleague Fortune Teller, and other events that have happened as well recently, when we recovered the young lady, what's her name again? Lily Chen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The authorities are paying attention to our activities, and City Hall, basically, they're all concerned about our operation. We've been operating together now for a year. I think we've been doing pretty good, but this is a bigger situation, clearly. I'm hoping we can pull this through, but if anything happens, and they decide to try to come down on us, I want to let you know that none of you will have to take the heat. I will get Susan, the rest of my legal team, and anybody in PR to help us figure out how to get in front of this. If I have to if for some reason this ends up being the cause for our organization to fold because of this, I will let everybody know now that there will be some sort of severance package and whatever. But until then, keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving forward, we're going to try to do the best we can to find these missing children, missing kidnap victims, and also find out if we can prevent the city from being attacked.
One of the analysts, you recognize him as Scott Turner. He's 25, just graduated from MIT. It's like raises his hand. Excuse me, ma'am. Does that mean we're fired?
No, nobody's fired. I'm just letting you know right now that if something happens, that I have your back. I'm just letting you know right now we're being there's a lot of scrutiny. There's a lot of scrutiny on our team, but I'm here to let you know that none of you are doing anything wrong. We're all working hard to make sure we bring these people home and obviously stop and prevent a crisis. So, but I want to be transparent with you and let you know what's happening.
Okay, so your PR person, Sue Wilson. Say her name is Sue Wilson. So she's, for those of you who are there, and that would be Artemis and Noctum, and you can see she's looking around the room and quickly steps in and says, so essentially, everyone, just keep to your jobs. We have a mission. We have our leadership on the case. We need to support them as best as we can and keep up the good work. Even though we had an incident, it was pretty scary. I understand if anyone is a little concerned about that, but we have it under control. It happened in the penthouse. It was an accident, and it won't happen again. Just giving you that quick flash of, and we're on top of it. So if you have any questions, if anybody needs the employee assistance program, please come see me after this meeting, and then we'll get you set up. And if that's all, Emerald, I think everybody should get back to work.
I motion over to her. You are doing an excellent job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Once we could do this, bonus for you.
It's appreciated. It's unnecessary, but definitely appreciated. All right, everybody, let's go. Let's everybody get back to work. Do you roll your MA, please?
My MA. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I have regular S MA with my MA. My MA is a 10. No, it's a 15.
Okay.
What do I gotta?
What was a normal 16 is what, 65? So it'd be under a 60.
Under 60? Okay. Mm-hmm. Where's the dice? Ah, 66.
Got it.
Okay.
No, under 60.
You got 66?
I got 66.
Oh, 66.
All right.
Because dice hate me.
So Artemis, you don't necessarily notice this right out the gate, Emerald. Yeah. You don't notice this right out, but Artemis does. Your observer awareness, let's just call it that for lack of a better term. You scan the room. There are approximately 40 people that were summoned here. Of the 40, maybe about 10 seemed reassured. But of those 10, they weren't in positions that were critical. So most of everyone else walked away seeming a little skittish, almost as if a real life example would be a company that's been bought out, assuring its employees that nothing's going to change.
So like Blockbuster. Yeah, guys, we'll be here next Friday.
Yeah. So there's a lot of murmuring, a lot of. You don't know. I'll just say this. You don't know that speech was at all necessary or reassuring. Well, you definitely know it wasn't reassuring to most, but the necessity of it seems a little unnecessary. It didn't seem as if there was a need for it, but now it's had a more detrimental effect. Was the opposite of what Emerald's intent was, which was to reassure.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I hope Susan has a better MA than I do.
She does, but you're the lead, so she could. I know. She could boast all your. That's predominantly where the 10 came from.
Right. Because dice hate me, of course. Of course, dice hate me no matter whether it's digital or
dice and peanut shell.
And Twitch, you were sitting there. You were sitting there working your computer and like looking up at the screen like, what the fuck? And the only reason I say that is because the way he's been playing his character, he does not hide anything on his face. It's just like and that also people were looking at the screen at Twitch like, oh fuck, because he's just like fuck. So poor Emerald's just like, yeah, I did a good job with that. I think that went well. I
look at Twitch to raise the eyebrows like,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting those bots ready. I'm embezzling the fuck out of this place.
Damn. He's ready to go to Nicaragua.
Hudson. I'm Hicks. What's the question? How do I get a transfer out this chicken shit operation?
It's like, better stow that shit, Hudson.
By the time I'm done, I'm gonna have enough money to buy Puerto Rico and start over.
Oh, wow.
Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that island. But, okay. Crimson Sage. We're going to switch over to Crimson Sage. Hold on for one sec here. And where are we? We are going to switch this up here. No, that's not. Just kidding.
That's a Conan Barbarian.
Yeah, it is. All right. So, Sage, you did, in your attempt to sneak out of the vehicle, obviously the vehicle has that the interior lights that turn on briefly as you zip in and out. The figure was approximately 100 feet away. So what would be the distance? I'm not good at math. So if it's 100 feet up, but across the street, so that's, what, 200 feet?
Okay. 20 feet across, 100 feet up. So he would have to arc the whatchamacallit. So he would have to get out the car, get across the street, plant himself, and then throw it up.
With his abilities, he doesn't necessarily need to move from where he's at. But
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, so are you there, Sage? Because I don't see you. I just see the Earth, unless that's the representation of your
found an open manhole.
Particular girth. Are you there, sir? Crimson
I'll be right
Sage.
there.
Crimson Sage. Crimson Sage.
No,
all right, you know what? We'll go right back to the rest of the group now. Because his action supersedes you coming back. You're floating back to the car. You don't even know what's going on. You think, and this is fortune teller, you think everything is fine up until whatever happens with you.
But do I see him getting out the car?
No, you don't. This is all simultaneously to you coming out of the building. Now, all right, so here's what I'll do for you. Because you do make a fair point. It was in line of sight. Make a perception check. You need to score at least a 16 or better.
Be able to do it. High IQ, high.
If you whatever your IQ is, if it's high enough on the ME chart, that's what the bonus is. Matter of fact, I fished out my hard copy books from a box in my closet. So give me 1 second.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know.
Well, my IQ is 12, so
Straight roll. Roll a natural 20.
Yeah, mine is 18. All right, so yeah, you definitely don't notice anything as you're floating out with the three items that you retrieved from the
dice are
from
garbage.
Right. It's the dice. Yes, that's what it is. All right. All right, so Twitch is AFK for the moment. I don't know where Noctum is. Noctum is probably not going to join us tonight, but that leaves Artemis and Emerald.
There goes
All right, Sage, you're back. So, Sage, I don't know if you heard anything that I said, but you're poised to throw your weapon. Are you going to continue with that action from the last game? Yes or no? And if you are, please make a roll. Is he even awake? I don't think he's alive. Did he die?
Adolfo sleep.
Hold.
Sage?
Is he doing a me?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Did he pass out? I didn't realize that it was that boring, sir.
Adolfo.
But he lost connection. He had it disconnected on purpose. No, I'm not playing. Nobody plays.
No one likes my monologues.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to the main group now. It is 4:45 in the a.m. The countdown clock to your to the prisoner exchange ultimatum. Either you produce the shepherd and we exchange for the 4 kidnapped children of billionaire and industrialist and high-powered people that are currently residing in the city of New York's, or we unleash all hell. And by my estimation, the countdown clock is down to approximately 5 6 hours. I'll give it 5 or 6 hours.
So 12 hours we have left. Yes.
No. You cut that in half.
I'm on Greek time.
You're on. Yeah. So the systems finally kick back online. All the main lights, the comms return. Security is going through their checks. Your IT department has successfully reinitialized all the servers. Security protocols are in place. They're still trying to trace whether or not that code, that foreign code that Twitch had discovered that was embedded in your software is still active. Currently, it is not.
Okay.
And Twitch's personal systems have also rebooted in that time frame.
I guess I'm gonna go talk to Twitch. Even though Noctum's not here.
Mm-hmm.
My character's not computer set, so I'll just ask when I get downstairs. Twitch, how far have we gotten? And explain it to me in layman terms as best as you can.
All right. So what do you mean by how far we gotten? What are you looking for? Because right as it stands now, we deciphered 2 ciphers that we discovered.
Okay.
I deciphered the first one, and it mentioned something about a Project Seraph, which I initially thought it was maybe some kind of cloning project for angels, but Sage said something about it might be some other project involving an AI or something.
Okay.
And then Noctum, he's over there still busy with his stuff. He deciphered a second one that we discovered, and it was supposed to have information about a drop-off for the Pilgrim.
Oh, wait. Oh, drop off for the Pilgrim. Is that where
the Shepherd?
Shepherd, my bad.
Shepherd. Yeah, Shepherd. I like Shepherd.
Shepherd, Pilgrim, all the same. They wear fancy hats with buckles.
They're Amish.
Wow.
They so with the discovery of that, I let you guys know my vehicle has turrets, so if you guys want to load it up with weaponry, I have no problems with that.
Okay.
We could probably use it.
Okay.
But my vehicle has all the mounts for turret mounts, and I can mount heavy weapons on it if you guys have any to mount on it.
Okay.
Noctum, and because Noctum's not here, I will share this part because he would have shared it with you at a minimum, Emerald. He did discover a dark web connection, which ties into what Twitch is talking about.
Okay.
It was.
What were they saying on dark
There
web?
was because they were looking for references to Onyx that came up, and let's see. There was Onyx Warehouse Solutions, and Onyx Self Storage, Onyx Event Center, and Onyx Nightclub. That was another part of the cipher that they were able to come up with from the dark web. But 2 of those were dead ends because they were nowhere near water. That was the Onyx Event Center and the Onyx Nightclub.
What was the name of all of them? What was the name of? There was a nightclub,
Mm-hmm.
Onyx Nightclub. What was the other one?
Onyx Nightclub, Onyx Event Center, Self Storage, and Onyx Warehouse Solutions. Those are the 4 specifically tied to Onyx that had the name Onyx in their business name. 2 of those were not near water. Those were the search parameters. That was
Nightclub, Event Center, Warehouse Solutions. What was the last one?
what do you have, and I can tell you.
Nightclub, Event Center, Warehouse Solutions, and
Self Storage.
Self Storage.
Yep, the self storage was one that piqued Noctum's interest because it is located in a section of Long Island City that is considered more affluent, and it isn't necessarily priced for the average Joe to use. It's also not necessarily listed in any easily referenced search engines.
Right, like Google or
Correct. Or Google Earth. It don't even register an address. It has a website, a web page, or what do they call them? It has a landing page. But
it's not anything that's substantial. Like
no,
it has no build, no graphics, no nothing. It just says coming soon or whatever.
Yeah, the landing page is active. It does have a contact. It has a contact. What do you call a toggle, and an 800 number.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. It seems
so
to be.
This self storage thing has the self storage place has a phone number.
Yes, it has an 800 number that goes to a
call center.
A call center, correct.
Have we tried the call center number?
We just got it. We literally just got all this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the warehouse solution is actually Onyx Warehouse Solutions headquarters, and their location is in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, which is pretty much on the water. water of Sheepshead Bay. The one in Long Island City, which is the self-storage, is by the Hudson.
Right.
But that's what you have for right now. I'm sorry, if you're speaking, I can't hear you. No, I can't hear. Anybody else can hear him clear? Because I can't.
Who's
I
that
don't-
talking?
Oh. Is he talking to somebody else? I thought he was talking to us.
I don't know who that was. Okay, so the location at Sheepshead Bay.
Yeah.
So I react oddly when I first hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Then I realize where I am. I'm like, shake it off.
Okay. And they are agreeing with those minutes. They get treated well. Yes.
That's from Fortune Teller. All right. So I had to mute you, buddy. So what? I'm sorry. Say that again. You react to it.
I react to it quick, like spooky, like I'm scared,
Mm-hmm.
just for a little bit. But then I realize where I am. So
Just because
actually,
because of the name.
yeah,
Okay.
Because,
Sheepshead Bay. 'Cause a bay
it's,
of sheepsheads. That does, yeah.
no, where I'm from.
Yeah.
That was a area that's owned by a really horrible corporation.
Okay.
They did horrible things there.
Do I notice his reaction? When he, do I notice him making this reaction? Obviously.
I mean, he's doing some.
My heart's on my
research.
sleeve, dude. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's
Okay.
he's doing the research.
Are you
could
are
see
you
it.
are you okay? Well, I don't know his background. Obviously. Are you okay, Sugar? Everything all right? You seem perplexed.
Something spooked me, but I just realized where I am. So it's not the same.
Okay.
There's nothing. No reaction.
We need to oh man. Kind of think.
This location seems important to Gotham. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna research that I'm gonna look up that area.
Right. Just try to see if you can get a map it on the via satellite to see if you see what it looks like in that particular. Does it give it has an 800 number, but it doesn't give it an official address?
Just a corporate headquarters.
Okay, which is like you said, which is in Sheepshead Bay. Right.
For
All right, so-
you talking about for the warehouse?
Yeah, where's the warehouse?
Yeah. It's in Sheepshead Bay. It does have an
For the where-
address.
So he starts saying satellite. So I look at him like, you got a satellite over that area? Because I can totally look it up if you do.
Well, we have Google Earth and Google Maps for almost everything, so it would still be able to show a physical image of that address if it's there. If it's there.
I know I'm familiar with those programs, and they're usually about a couple of months to a year old. Those images, but I could look anyway. Get
Well,
an idea.
yeah.
I bring up those spots on Google Earth.
Okay. It
Yeah,
seems
just
like a
look at the
container.
area.
It seems like a container yard.
Container yard.
Mm-hmm.
What companies are near it? Like when looking at the map, what's around it?
Nothing. Empty lots to the north and to the west of it.
There's empty lots to the north and to the west of it.
Mm-hmm.
I look up those lots, see who owns them.
The lots are owned by RFK Industries.
RFK Industries.
Mm-hmm.
I want to write that down. Hold on. That's my journal. Notes number 2. RFK Industries.
Mm-hmm.
Are they under an umbrella? Or they're their own?
RFK Industries. They are under an umbrella. Yes.
What's the company they're under?
Hold on.
I'm glad you guys can't see what I'm typing because I'm butchering the English language right now.
That's all right. We do it verbally while you do it on.
Yeah, but I'd rather do it private to myself
Right,
instead of
right,
addressing my entire team and making them all want to commit suicide. Anyway, you're laughing. You scare me, dude. You like the anti-Hitler. Everything you say makes everyone want to go do everything else opposite.
Anti-Hitler. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where Hitler was charismatic, he's scaring everyone away.
Gather around, children.
So, because I know that guy is dirty, I'm looking for any connections to that guy's corporation. The old man
Which guy?
that sent his stepson,
Mm-hmm.
his adopted son. If there's anything that connects to him, then I know it's 100% shady.
Which guy are you talking about?
Okay, so remember the house we went to, what they went to talk to them about their missing son?
Yes.
And we found out later on that the guy was his adopted son.
Yes.
I wanted to know if you could find out if he had any sons that he bred, like blood.
What about Mr. R.K. Stein himself or something?
Yeah, I wanted to know just off.
You mean Captain Dirty? I'm in with freaking the shepherd and all that craziness. Him?
Yeah. I want to know if he has any blood children.
I'm
can you
sure
find
there's
that out?
some kind of records.
Can you find out? Because that's even more shady. Because if you think about it, he gave up his adopted son and kept all his blood to himself. So that the son probably don't mean enough to him. You know what? Sacrificial lamb. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Which means he's deeper than I thought.
Would we be able to? What would we have to do? Look into what kind of records for that? Medical records, right?
Yeah.
It'd have to be in the Hall of Records to see if he had a baby.
First one we had to find out if he's even been married, that's even his how long he's been married to his current wife, right? Because if he does have another kid, he might have had another kid out of wedlock and just not with his current wife. She could have been barren, and they adopted that kid. You know what I mean?
Either way, I need to know if he sends out a lamb or not.
Can you find a way to no, Noctum's the more electrical, more the hacker dude, right?
He's more of the hacker dude. I'm looking.
Yeah,
I'm kind of busy looking up this right now, so just give me a moment.
I
can look it up also. But I figured you would know because you know.
Yeah, I want to speak to
your circle.
Yeah, I want to speak to the people on my tech team and see if they can assist you with that. Tim is Tim the guy that we have?
Tim is Noctum's direct assistant. Yes.
Right. I talked to Tim since not here. I talked to Tim and asked him to assist you with whatever you think you might need. Because I know Noctum was also dealing with his own internal battle with whatever he's got going on with his suit. So regarding containing Lily Chen. When I get a moment to talk to him, I will. So yeah, that's a good lead to find out. We got to find out though. You said there's two empty lots.
Correct.
There's 2 empty lots around the facility, and they're both owned by RFK Industries. So I'm looking up to see who RFK answers to. They're an umbrella They're under an umbrella company, so I'm trying to figure out who that is.
Right, and also looking at how long they've been in business, as well. Like if it's something where like they're only maybe like a couple of weeks to a few months old, then clearly there's something suspicious about that.
Not necessarily.
You know,
it would be more suspicious if they've been there as long as the facility's been there.
So it'd be more suspicious if they've been there as long as the facility's been there?
Yes, because look at that. Think about it. Look at the area. It's an industrial area, 2 vacant lots, and the only thing there is this warehouse. So if there's 2 vacant lots that have been there as long as that warehouse has been, that means they're all connected together.
Well, there's also warehouse districts where there's sometimes nothing but warehouses everywhere.
I understand that. but that's still an industrial area. And who would want to own that much industrial land around a spot that's near the water like that and not utilize it? Them keeping it barren, for them to keep it open like that and nothing there, they're using that to put a buffer between everything else and that warehouse.
I mean, it's a thought, but I would think that anything that's a shell company that's new would, to me, what would be more suspicious if it's something that was just created, right? Because nobody's gonna look for something that's just created that's in the past few days or a week.
That'd be the other thing too. We got the age of RFK Industries does matter at that point.
That part right there.
Then you got to find out who owned the land before them and how long they had it.
We can definitely backtrack all that information.
And I'm working on it.
Yeah.
So the DM's eyes stop fluttering back and forth. He'll let me know.
Yes. Yeah. I asked Tim to assist you with any and all information related to that.
Okay.
While you work on that, I'm going to go check on the rest of the team.
All right. I heard that speech. You better go check up on them quick. They're still around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got nowhere to go, so I'm pretty much stuck here.
I haven't run out of money yet, Twitch. So
It ain't money at this point.
So the RFK Industries is a subsidiary of Night Sky Holdings.
There you go.
Ooh, there you go.
There you go. That means they've owned the property for how long?
Approximately 3 years.
And how old is the warehouse?
That warehouse has been there for about 15 years.
15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So who owned the property before Night Sky?
It was owned by it was privately owned. So the company was a single owner that bought it from. It was a family business that up until 15 years ago was bought out by Night Sky, by RFK Industries.
Okay. So what was the name of that company? It doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, then just say that.
No, it doesn't matter. It was a legit. Not legit. It was a family industry. So let's see.
What happened?
RFK Industries is a subsidiary of Night Sky Securities. Night Sky Security.
Night Sky Holdings.
Holdings? Night Sky Holdings? My bad.
Yeah.
It's Eclipse.
The other one's Eclipse Shield Security.
Right. I'm sorry.
So the company was owned by the Graziano brothers.
Graziano Brothers. That sounds like a...
Spell that.
Crasiano.
C? Sorry.
Crasi. I'll just type it.
No, I spelled it. I got it.
Okay.
Right, so those were the prior owners?
Those are the prior owners, yes.
All right.
Yep. So it's Mario and Vito Graziano.
All right. With names like that, my question will be next. News clippings or any kind of information about the Graziano brothers, are they connected to the mob?
That's racist.
Yes, and I'm gonna go with it too.
Well, you come across obituaries.
Yes,
you come across obituaries for Mario and Vito Graziano, who died in a tragic car accident in downtown Brooklyn.
Wow, that shit gets more and more dirty. What did they have there before? Like when the brothers owned it, what did they have in that property?
They were utilizing it for junk storage, and predominantly for what do you call it? They were storing junk cars, so they were using it as a junk lot.
Okay.
Like a junk.
And they owned both of them.
Is that code for what's
like car compactors, shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. I get it. All right. That would explain why there's no large structures there.
Mm-hmm.
And all they had to do was clear out the vehicles, and those lots are still empty, right? They're flat and empty.
They're flat and empty and fenced. Yes.
All right. All right. You see that? There
Yeah.
you go.
Question. All right. Oh, this is actually good. You know,
Don't need to be a hacker to be a crook.
right. And you said they were killed. Oh, how old were they? How old were the Graziano brothers? When they were
Mario was 67 and Vito was 65.
All right.
By the way, they did have loose ties to the mob, but they were never convicted, or they were arrested multiple times on racketeering charges, but they were never convicted. They were
He looks
considered
like he's getting back in his chair.
they were considered small time.
Adolfo looks like he's getting back in his chair.
No, that's cool.
Yes.
We can continue until we get to a good stopping point. As a matter of
All right,
fact, give
cool.
me 1 second while I get some.
About time you woke up.
Shut up, Sleepy.
You the one fell asleep. We're there fucking calling you. You there?
Now you know how it feels.
I got my timer so that no one gets too much time.
That's a cool looking timer.
Yeah. I use it for work. So I set it for like 25-minute intervals to just do work, touch nothing else, just focus on work, and then stop for about 5-6 minutes to give yourself a break, and then go right back to work. It's actually really helpful.
I can imagine. When you at the office or at home?
At home.
Yeah. No, that's
So
good.
many distractions here. Okay.
all right.
So, what else are you guys looking up? Because you're following a breadcrumb trail,
Right.
but everything that you're getting is public information. You're not really
Right.
doing any safe cracking of any networks at this point. 'Cause
No.
There are no
Don't need that.
networks. There are no
No.
networks to safe crack at this point.
No.
These breadcrumbs are all the information we really need, to be honest. Because it's a trail.
Right.
It's an absolute trail, and it just gives more and more information.
Right. Sometimes they say what they tell you. What do they tell you? Sometimes the best thing, the way to hide something is in plain sight.
Yep, absolutely. Those the warehouses. Do they have Are they are there ships that come to them?
What do you mean?
Freighters.
Oh,
Do they have
This-
the docking moords for freighters?
yes, because it's a container yard, so they do.
They are. So they get a container yard. All right. I want to get a record. I want to try and find a record of the Port
You know
Authority would
what?
have a record of that. I need to see if I can. I'm gonna ask Noctum's assistant if he can find a record, the records of the ships that have been moored or visited this facility. It's by Sheepshead Bay, so they have to go through. There's a trail somewhere, because the
Is there-
transponders and the shit. It can only be a certain type of ship that goes there.
I don't know that that's public. That's public information. But if
That's why I asked him, because
So it's like
he's
we can-
Noctum's assistant
we
and he
can-
can hack, not me.
we can make that work. But I need someone to sign off on that, and that would be looking at Emerald, because Noctum's not there.
So I'm gonna hold up the clipboard,
I do that.
hand it to him.
I do it.
So, yeah. Okay, that's all I needed. All right, guys, it's a new assignment, and he starts barking orders to his team. They get to work. So we'll get. I'll let you know as soon as we get something. So you're just looking for shipping manifests?
Yes, shipping manifests of anything that's gone there,
Mm-hmm.
and the companies that own those ships,
Okay.
whether they're privately owned or not, and a history of the names of the people, the captains of those ships,
Okay. Right, so
and the ships' names.
copy that. We're on it.
So I look back at M, like, so we still do have the information, about that meet. So once we work out where they might be at, like I said before, the time is crunching, and if we have the hardware, it would be a smart idea for me to equip the vehicle with the hardware that we might need.
Okay.
I don't know what we have here though, but
I
if you have
my
any
notes. I'd look at. I have to. Out of character. I have to look at to see what we do actually have available.
like I said, I can install any heavy weapon
Okay.
on the turrets. So if there's anything you guys want mission wise to install, just let me know and I can install it on there.
Gotcha.
My vehicle is hardened. I have a ram prow, and it's a flying hover ambulance with a ram prow.
Oh.
So yeah, most buildings are like crunchy.
You know,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but how far back are we going as far as looking at the shipping manifest? This is
You know
Tim.
what?
How far back?
May
Okay,
may I
let's-
cut in real quick?
Go ahead.
Well, with shipping manifest, you go through the regular way of trying to find out 6 months, maybe. However, the easiest way for you to go through is every time a ship has to come through into the waters, wherever they're coming from, they have to go through customs.
Mhm.
Customs has to inspect them first. So customs database would be more
That's where they're going to start, but in
have
terms of
more information.
yep, in terms of
Then,
finding
if you don't
anything
go
else.
from customs, you have to go through the local teamsters because they would have a shipping manifest also what comes through their docks. Because you can't really mess with it. You can't really dock anything unless you go through the teamsters of that docking area of the local 314, 313. So it'd be customs first, then it'd be the shipping manifest on the ship itself, but that would take a little bit of time. But customs first, then the local union in that area. Not to mention, if you find out what one ship was shipping, then you can find out where it came from, and you can just go through the database like that.
So what I was gonna ask, also
Mhm.
to get the time frame, is how long ago did they finish at Supermax? Do we have that information?
No, that you don't have.
We don't have that information.
No.
The children were kidnapped a day. How many days ago?
24 hours.
24 hours ago.
Yeah.
They were kidnapped 24 hours ago, and then they said the threat. So I want to say, I don't know, organize something like that.
345.
Yeah. Six months.
15.
6 months sounds good.
Also, there was a movie I saw called The Gentleman with Matthew McConaughey, where he was a big time weed smoker, and he had a container area, but he kept his weed farm underground. So if we go there, they might be underground in some type of little base and everything else like that. You know, like you said, hide in plain sight. They might be in a little underground base because nobody would ever think about going inside of a container to look to see where these kids are at. So that's probably the best thing.
That's by possibility, yes.
That was a
So
good
we can
movie,
start
by the
looking
way.
good.
I really enjoyed that movie.
Yes. Matthew McConaughey has some real gangster lines.
So you guys want to go there then?
Yeah.
By the water, my boat's stealthy in the water.
Okay. So
Okay.
am I.
So here's last things before I move over to Sage and Fortune Teller.
Okay, so I wait for the information. The guy can send it to us, so I don't have to wait for it. Okay, so you guys want to go there? Like I said, I could drop the boat in the water. We can go.
Sure, we can head over there.
I gave some of my heavy duty arrows. Well, we'll take my quiver with my normal stuff.
Before I
Heavy
leave,
duty arrows.
The hardware. Let me know
Yeah.
about the hardware because it'll take me a few minutes to install it. But I can do that. If one of you guys can drive, I can install the heavy weapons onto the turrets.
I can drive a boat.
I'm a pilot. I can fly.
Well, it's not flying. We're gonna cellular. When we get there, if we have to fly, we'll
Oh,
fly.
no, you didn't get the reference.
Yeah.
It's Independence Day. I'm a
Randy
pilot.
Quaid's last
I can
movie.
fly.
Russell Petty, sir. When I get back up in the aliens, I want a little bit of payback. They did some things to me.
One of the things that I don't think we ever addressed. I want to go. I want to speak to Artemis.
Hmm?
The two people that, and I know I know I ended up fighting one of them, which ended up kind of blowing up in my face because half his body ended up landing in front of a bunch of people.
Right.
The people that you and Crimson Sage fought in order to extract Lily Chen, right? Crimson Sage was saying that they were both military. They seemed like they were both military trained.
I mean, you could put on a bunch of armor and hold a rifle and everything else like that and look military trained, but
I'm saying their capabilities as far as like fighting.
we really didn't fight too much of it. One shot at her, whatchamacallit, the other one threw a grenade. You can learn how to throw a grenade off of YouTube. Doesn't make you military trained.
Okay. Well, that's basically when I was here. So, well, what we found.
If they are military trained, they know the risk. So if they on the wrong side, I guess they're just gonna meet God early.
Well, what we found out was one of those people were a gentleman by the name of Mark Anderson. And he was an investment banker.
Right.
Apparently. And he had no type
military training was.
Yeah, and he'd been missing for about 3 weeks. But when I encountered him, it looked like he was half dead. Was there anything else was there anything else from that you can share with me? That
other than the guy got his head blown off from a grenade, and he got back up to fight you inside the penthouse, and the girl got up and stretched her arms out and crushed one doctor and knocked out the assistant, and Twitch got his system hacked, and that the security that was inside the building where Lily Chan was being held knew probably about the armed guards upstairs but said nothing about it, so they're probably on the payroll. Other than that, and then the underground area where they was watching everything from the street to inside the building. Other than that, no.
Okay. I'm gonna need somebody. I'm gonna need somebody. I'm gonna talk to somebody on my staff about that incident, and like letting them look up Mark Anderson, see if they can get any more information on him. We need to see if we can find a way, see if there's anybody else that's if there are any other people that seemed like that are on a missing persons list, right? Within that same amount of time, within the last month or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
That might be high. That might have a high-profile job, or something like that. That wouldn't have needed to be missing for any particular. So I need somebody. I want to mount an investigation on that too. And then after that, me, you, and Twitch could probably can go check out so we're going to Sheepshead Bay, right?
Yeah, to the container area.
We'll check out the container.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Okay.
Lou,
Yep.
just FYI, Eric,
Yes.
you guys have already told about a cross list of the companies we were investigating, Eclipse and the other one, where there were employees that have been missing for several months and years.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't have that in my notes. That's why.
So you have that information already too.
Yeah, Noctum will probably have that written.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Mike's not here.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to find a way to share that information. I mean, if you use,
I did. I thought.
No,
I put
I'm
it in
talking
the
about like any written notes. between the characters that it's public. This way, should someone not be available on the game day, then everyone still has access to it.
All right. I'll
let you guys work that out. But all right, so
I'll make a channel so everyone can dump their info dumps on the Discord.
okay. Say that again, Emerald. I apologize.
Oh no, I'm out of character. If anything I have, I'll send to Steve just in case, because I think we have most of the stuff in Discord. If I'm correct.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna move over to Sage and Fortune Teller, but I'm going to drop some info for you guys right now. As you're on your way, Tim submits the following information that they were able to find as far as the manifests. So do with that what you will, and we'll go to Sage and Fortune Teller. So Sage, you're lying in wait. The shadow that you can see, that you make out from that rooftop, approximately 200 feet diagonally away from you. So it's from where you're positioned, and you were going to throw your blade at it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bloody, as you.
Your
So
bloody
eloquently
bird?
put it, my bloody bird. Yes.
Brother, we need your bloody bird. One of the best movies out there, by the way. That was the Silver Hermit of Shaolin. If you haven't seen it, please see it. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as I slink out and toss the bloody bird, I'm also going to start to move in that direction, just in case you pull one of your shenanigans and have him fall forward, or her forward, so I can position myself to grab it.
Okay, you were using the blade as a blunt instrument to knock them out, not the blade part, correct?
Yeah, just to knock them out with the blunt part.
Okay.
And if you roll a 1,
Then he rolls a 1.
A 1. I miss. Oops. All right, so I guess I'm going to be throwing the dagger now.
Jesus, what do you think we're waiting on?
Okay, just relax. Hell.
I am
We were waiting
relaxed.
for it to wake up originally, but now-
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to you.
All right,
Put
so that's
pause
a
to it.
hit. That's a total of a 30.
Okay. That's fine.
And that is a critical, by the way.
Yeah, Lou, roll a 30.
you roll a natural 20.
He could.
Knock the person out, falls forward, gets hit by a car. Oh my god!
Oh, the
No.
humanity! All right. Where did we find that? The knockout save.
The combat section in Heroes Unlimited.
knockout save is a
16.
16. It works normally like a regular PE attack. PE versus save versus non-lethal.
Mm-hmm.
It works the same way. So as long as it's you need a 16, right? Right, James?
Yep.
Yeah, 16.
Works the same way. Works the same way, Lou.
You sure? You absolutely sure, sir?
Yes, I've been doing it for years.
Very much sure.
Or you could roll a save versus that save. The person can do a.
I mean, the person doesn't get to throw it back at him.
Victims of a successful knockout stun must roll above a 15 on a d20.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
So,
above a 15, right? So above a 15,
above a 15.
or is it a 15 and higher?
Yeah. With the PE bonuses applied. That's
Yeah,
weird.
see?
That's a pretty low number.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is what it is. Okay. So once you fling the blade, you know it hits because you can hear it. You can hear it. It hits, and you hear your blade, clang off the structure behind it, whatever that is. There's a tumble, but the tumble is not. I'll put it to you this way: it's louder than what you thought, and it's not like someone that would fall, and it's their body weight. There's something else that hit. There's something metallic. In that moment, once you hit, you hear that thud, and there's a flash of light as you're running. You're running towards it, and immediately you recognize it's an RPG that fires not at you, but directly in front in the street below, and it hits a car and sets that up and hits that and explodes it. Explodes it?
Explodes.
Explodes.
All right. Well, I'm making my way up the building as quick as I can.
Jesus Christ. It explodes it. Hold on a second.
That was kind of weird.
That was weird. All right, so
Big bump of tongue right there.
all right. I get a better explosion sound.
That's
big.
that's
that was
pretty-
way too big of a sound. So yeah.
For an RPG.
For an
That's a
RPG.
mushroom explosion.
That was
Yeah.
that was basically a mushroom cloud. My apologies. I haven't upgraded my sound effects.
You really want Crimson Sage dead like that? They sent
Yeah,
a
that's
nuclear
Yeah,
RPG.
tactical nuke.
Lou is always Lou likes to blow people up.
I like blowing people up.
Or punching people into a sofa.
And then there's just a huge fireball of fire and explosive energy that erupts just across the street as you're coming out of the building. The papers that you had held, they just fly out. You're able to catch them, but just for effect, you're just like
This blast.
Yeah, this seems peaceful enough. I think we're gonna get away with this. Ah, fuck! What the fuck is going on? And you can see Crimson Sage just repelling the side of the building from your left, from the bottom left of your line of sight, and he's going across.
So I'm gonna look up like in the direction of where he's going.
All right, so right where, and you follow along on the third floor of the fourth-story building that's across the street. There's a wrought iron a wrought iron balcony, and you can see someone fell into it, and the trail of smoke from the RPG launcher as that person hit the balcony.
I'm getting to my body as quick as possible.
So you're like, all right, you finally wake up in the car. Tell me what you're doing. So here's what I want to do. You guys tell me what you're doing, and I'm just gonna follow along with you. So you narrate what you're doing. You get to the body, and then what?
FYI, doors open.
Okay. I'm driving off.
So he's like, "Oh, this is nice." He drives away.
I'm driving off, and I'm calling Emerald.
Wait, are you seriously driving off?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm gonna take the car somewhere else. I am not gonna have the car here. I'm out of here.
Okay.
So basically, nobody really noticed me in the car because the car is, I know for sure that car has tinted windows and everything in it. So I'm just gonna take off, go a couple of blocks while I'm driving off. I'm calling and like, hey, some things have just went a little too crazy, and this was supposed to be a quick, just browse around.
What? Are you okay?
I am totally fine, but our little friend, I guess, is getting into a little incident. How would you say?
Y'all aren't together right now?
Explosions in the street.
Are there any casualties or anybody? Are you injured? Is Sage injured? Are there civilians around?
Sage was doing Spider-Man. He was crawling on the wall, going towards a window where smoke was coming out of, and I believe a rocket, maybe. I don't know. I did not see it, but I see the hole in the floor. But
Okay.
I was left the premises because I do not want myself or the car to get damaged if there was another explosion.
Okay. Well, do your best to get out of there safely.
Ready for some more phone calls?
But please
I
find
enjoyed them very
if
much.
if you're able to recover Sage if he's not with you, find a way to at least see if he's okay, possibly, and then once you two are together, try to return back to base as soon as possible.
Okay. So Lou, I'm just parking it like 2 blocks away. And I have the stuff in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk towards that area.
You're doubling back?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted the car out of the way. I'm gonna double back. Not running, just walking casually. It's nighttime. I'm dressed all in black with black shades on. So
I've been meaning to ask that question. Is this really still nighttime? Because we're like 4 hours away or 3 hours away from
but it's still
deadline.
It's a quarter.
And we got that notice set at about 11.
It's a quarter.
So wouldn't it be daytime right now?
No, it's a quarter
In the
to
morning?
5. It's a quarter to 5 a.m. in the morning.
Right, and it's still dark. It would still be dark outside.
So the sun will be rising according to the calendar at approximately 6:45. So in an hour. The sun-
I got it's 6:45. It's what time is it right now?
It's about 5:45. It's an hour from. So this.
How far?
So
how
this.
far
It's not
to the
pitch black. It's starting to lighten. The sky is starting to lighten up, but you still have about an hour.
Let me ask you a question. Is
Before
it bothering
sunrise.
me?
No, not yet.
Okay. So I'm just gonna walk back. I'm gonna just put a timer on my watch for 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna head to where he's at. So I got like 15 minutes to spare to try to help him out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna activate present sense just to be safe and my night vision.
Okay.
My 6th sense is already on, so.
Doki.
Okay. Sage, you make it to that balcony just as the person that you had hit with your blade stands. So using the balcony itself, the wrought iron balcony to steady himself. The man it's a man. Approximately, he's about 6'2". He's black, and he's wearing the combat fatigues that the others that were guarding the apartment. And he's coming to his feet. You can see he's sporting a bloody welt on the side of his head.
Seeing his face and given the information that specialist back on base gave me, do I recognize him as one of the people that were identified as missing?
I'll say yes.
So, Emerald, come in.
Hey,
I'm
look,
enga-
come over here.
I am engaged with one of the individuals that went missing on the dossiers that I left behind. I am going to try and bring him back in unharmed.
All right.
Be prepared.
Can you give a quick description?
So I give him the description.
Okay.
Like, based on the description that Sage gives me, who am I? Who is it?
Hold on.
Possible.
I'm gonna have to look that up. So while I do that, what are you specifically doing, Sage?
Okay, so immediately going to my blades, just holding the hilts,
Mm-hmm.
ready to engage them, but I don't have them engaged. I am in a loose fighting stance in front of them, and
The
call
balcony
to the guy-
itself is approximately 10 feet long. So you're at one end, you're at the other end, and about 4 feet wide.
Okay. So I'm in a loose stance, and I tell the guy, stand down. Come with me peacefully.
Did I give you more? How many people do you remember? How many people I gave you? Because I want to make sure that
It
I'm
was
giving
about
you.
6 of them.
Okay.
Is that he's facing off against?
Yes. No. The people that were missing.
4.
What were their
Lucas
names?
Morrison, Ava Clark, Ethan Grayson, and
Not them. He's
Oh.
he's talking about the. Tell him what you were talking about.
I have Lucas Mitchell, Sarah Jensen, Alex
Oh.
Union, Rachel Foster, Michael Liu, Linda Turner.
Okay.
So I guess this would be Lucas Mitchell.
Correct.
Okay. And he was the system architect. Disappeared about a year ago. Resided in Boston, Massachusetts for Night Sky Holdings.
Okay.
Okay, so do I get any response or any type of awareness? Or does he look like he's combat ready?
Giving he does one of those Goldberg head shakes, so he's just like shaking him, and once he hears your voice, he immediately turns to you, and he seems tensed. You recognize it as he's tensed for something, for a fight, and his immediate stance is he's turning like to a traditional boxing stance.
Mm-hmm.
And he stares at you for a second and gives a
Does he?
Go ahead.
Does he look like he's focusing? Like he's having a hard time focusing?
Correct.
From the knockout hit?
From the hit. See, he's just like.
All right, so as he's taking time to kind of reconcile and focus, I'm going to engage and I'm going to try and knock him out again.
Okay.
I'm gonna basically move up to him so he can engage me for a feint. I'm going to bounce off the side of the wall, come around, and just roundhouse him with the double strike of the butt of the hilt, trying to knock him out, just for knockout, no more damage.
Okay. So that would be considered a simultaneous attack, and we will resolve that roll right now.
I do have anticipation, so if my roll beats his, not only do I get to choose to parry or dodge it. Okay.
I rolled an 11.
And my total with the hand-to-hand weapon is a 25.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you easily duck past his very clumsy overhand right, and you make your strike. So he has to make another knockout save, right?
That's a parry.
Yeah, and the parry doesn't cost any action.
No, I'm not doing that. So once he takes his swing and you duck around because he does that swing, you do your motion and you crack him again on the side of the head and he folds easily onto the ground. Onto the ground.
So
He's like,
strap my blades quickly to grab the wrap, those strips.
Mhm.
Put his arms around the hammer, his back strap it so it can get a good hold on his arms, on his wrists. So I'm gonna tie wrap his wrists.
You're gonna hog tie him.
No, just his wrists, because I need him to be able to walk.
Okay.
Right. How heavy does he feel? Can I carry him? As a matter of fact, never mind. I'm gonna swing him over. I'm gonna just roll over, like that roll over on the floor, so I can roll him onto my shoulders, so I can stand up straight with him on my shoulders. Now that he's tied, and I'm going to swing down to the street, so that way, I don't know that fortune teller left. So
no, you didn't.
So when I get to the street, I'm like,
wait, what? You roll him over and you look into the street for the car. And you're like, what the fuck?
No, I'm not looking. I'm just gonna swing down.
Okay,
with him.
Before you
and
do
once
that,
I'm at the street, I'll notice.
Okay, so I'm gonna taking that into account. I'm gonna do what would be in another system, a GM intrusion for this action. You tie him up and you turn him. You're wearing gloves, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once you grab him and you turn him over, what you notice right then and there is the left side, the side of his face that was on the ground is still on the ground, and you pull it off, and you can hear like the squishiness of the flesh as it peeled off of his face. You can see the bone, the muscle, the sinew on that side of the face as you turned him over. Now you start noticing his smell. It's that same familiar smell from the penthouse.
Oh fuck! This guy's infected too. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna grab.
his eye he has no eyelids, so you could his eyeball is just staring. But hold on, in that moment, as you're taking stock of what you're looking at, just in that split second, his eye immediately turns to you, and his other eye opens.
All right. So I can avoid any splash, I'm gonna grab one of the evidence bags, put it over his head, because I'm not gonna take any chances.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna tie that so that way, if it does kind of explode, it's in that bag.
Okay.
You feel me?
No, I do. Doing that, actually, in the moment you were doing it, his mouth was opening, and you could hear. You can see the wet spot on the material of the bag. Now you can smell it burning. It's a mixture of a very strong acid, like almost like a hydrochloric acid smell. So it's very bitter, and it stings your nose. You're not wearing a mask, are you?
Yes, I am. The breather.
Okay, so then never mind. So, but what you can feel it on your skin. It's highly irritating, or it's like a big irritant to your skin, and which forces you to recoil. As he does that, his body starts to convulse, and you can see the where you put the cloth over the mask, it starts to shift, and the sack itself gets moist with it gets wet, like very, very wet, and then it starts to collapse on itself.
Okay.
That it takes no more than about 10 seconds for the whole thing to resolve, where his head is no longer there. It's just goo. And it also dissolves away the sack, and it starts eating away at the iron below it that's holding you up, just in that section. You can hear it sizzling.
Emerald, I'm gonna need a CDC and contaminant pickup here.
Wait, repeat that. You're gonna need a what?
I'm gonna need the CDC and a contaminant quarantine here
Okay.
immediately.
Okay.
The individual just experienced the same thing that happened to the combatant that you faced off.
Christ. Becoming an epidemic.
I don't know what's going on right now, but all I can tell you is that this individual's infected. He's going to need to be tested. And by the way, I think I'm saying extra by saying that
I have a quick question.
Wait, let him finish.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I know you're engaged. Do you have any way to record while you're fighting them or while you're engaged, or even show any kind of video proof of what's going on?
Proof is right here. And I mean, if this was one, since I'm just talking to him right now, close comms to him, if this would have been my time, I would have been able to. I don't know if I could be able to record and send it to you though.
Even if it's stationary, it would help. This way, we have more proof to show the deputy mayor. That's the only reason why I asked.
Okay, no, I
You
can
can't.
do
That's
that.
fine.
Well, I won't be able to go back at all right now. I can't leave this site alone. I don't know who else can come by, who can get infected. Right now, I gotta close this.
Fortune teller is not far from you. I'll get fortune teller on the horn. Fortune teller, are you still on comms?
You're coming up on the scene, fortune teller, where you can see him. You have the night vision, you said?
Yes,
Okay.
900 feet.
You can see him. It's in black. It's in black and white. This is not color. So you can see the tail end of Sage doing some quick actions and then taking a step back away from the person that's bound. Now, because it's not a solid structure, it's wrought iron, and it's like it's a fancier fire escape.
Right.
There's this liquid, it's like a black liquid just coming down, raining down from where it was, from where it is, and it's hitting the one below it, and now and it's eating away. You can see it's just like dissolving the metal. Ooh. And no, there's no one directly underneath.
Now with this explosion,
the car's on fire, by the way.
Okay.
So that light plus your night vision is not 100% clear, but that's what you're able to see, because you can't even look at the fire with your night vision.
I don't see nobody hurt or anything outside.
There's no civilians, no passersby at this point.
So
but lights are starting to come on at the school.
So on my headset, I'm gonna tell Emerald, whatever that black ooze is, it is structurally damaging the fire of this building.
So the black ooze is there too?
Yes, it's pouring down. It's literally eating through the metal.
What the hell?
Notice that if it's really structurally damaging the fire escape, where the fire escape is going to start to come loose off the building.
No. Just whatever it's splashing as it's hitting the level below it. So it's coming direct, it's straight down, but as it hits the metal, it's splashing. So everything around it.
Fire hydrant anywhere near me?
There's one across the street where you were parked.
Okay, so I'm gonna unscrew it, and I'm gonna turn it, and just like hold. You know how we do with the sprinkler systems, shoot the water on the acid to kind of, because it's a type of acid as what I'm knowing, because it's eating through the metal. So I'm gonna try to dilute it so it stops eating through the objects, especially like the because if it's acid, it can eat through concrete.
Okay.
So I want to dilute it, and I don't need no special tools. I can do that with my hands.
Okay, that's fine. What, if anything, are you doing, Emerald? Not Emerald. Sage, at this point. You're starting to notice lights coming on from, obviously people being awoken in the dormitories. Dormitory being across the street where the school was. Where the school is, excuse me.
Look around really quick, see if I can find an open window. See if I can get like a curtain or a blanket really quick. So I can wrap this thing around and pull it off the fire escape.
Where you are right now, it's not an empty apartment, but there's no one that was awoken. There's no one there. It's not occupied currently. There is the window's closed, but there is there are drapes that are there.
So pop the lock really silently, open the window, grab the drapes, wrap it around him without getting any of the ooze on me. Know that the thing is going to leak through it, but this is just a momentary solution so I can bring it down to the floor. Right? So that way anybody looking around, they just won't see anything immediately. I'm going to try and stay out of sight, like out of any type of vision from people looking around and stuff like that.
Well, just below you, you can hear the hydrant coming on and the water being shot in your direction. Not in your direction, but you know what I mean. Across the street to the ground level. So that's gonna hamper your efforts to stay out of sight. In as much as you're trying to be incognito, because he's dousing the ground.
I'm more or less trying to keep from people observing and panicking. Like,
Okay.
oh my God, you know, that's more or less what I'm looking to do.
Well, this again, all of this is fluid, so it's not necessarily we're taking long in this descriptions and the interactions, but in the game terms, these are just mere seconds.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bring it down because it's gonna need to come down anyway, you know, to the floor. Since I know that this thing is dead, I'm just gonna jump off with it.
Okay.
And then as I make the landing, I'm gonna drop it to the floor. And I'm gonna wait there so that way nobody engages this or trips up on it or by accident gets hit with the ooze, blah blah blah.
Okay, so assuming Fortune Teller sees this and does not douse him with water, or are you gonna be like, yay?
No, I'm not. What I wanted to do, can I shift the water to the car that's on fire?
You would need your telekinesis to be able to do that. You can only you can only get it diverted but so much with your hands.
So you know how we would hold.
No, I don't know how we would hold.
And
No, say that again because you froze for about a good 5 seconds.
No. Okay.
And he did it again. I thought it was me. I thought it was my connection. Then I saw Sage still laughing and Twitch, so I know it's not me. Look at him. Look at him. That's a handsome fella. Okay, you good now?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. So I'm going to shift it.
Yeah. Come on, you can't write this.
this game is like, fuck him. He's so full of shit.
That's hilarious.
3 times in the same spot.
Seriously, just as you're describing your action, it's like. I think he's frozen. I think he's frozen.
I think it's safe to assume that we know that he's gonna drench the car with his telekinesis.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that was fun. And he froze again, didn't he?
Yes, he did. So you get to the ground, Sage. The body is where the head was. It is eating through the
Metal.
it's not eating through the metal. It's eating through the drape, where it comes in contact with it.
Mhm.
The smell seems to be getting worse, and the body seems to be getting a little bit lighter.
Like it's completely dissolving.
That's a very good assumption. Yes.
So, I tell Emerald, I believe that by the time the containment unit comes, this thing's gonna be complete puddle of ooze.
Oh my god.
I managed to get it down to the floor and kind of keep it from looky-loos, but I can't leave this area with this thing here. We can't risk anybody getting infected.
I tell Twitch and Artemis, proceed with what it was that you were gonna do. I'll try to catch up with you. I might have to go and help the other team.
Say what now?
You and Twitch proceed to checking out the self storage. The self storage we have they were working on going to, right? Sheepshead Bay. Right? Yeah. You two still go.
The self storage is not Sheepshead Bay. It's the other one.
The warehouse solutions.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Self
Sorry.
storage is Long Island City.
Oh, okay. I had it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christmas.
Well, before I even do that, I say, do you need my help? Do you need me to come there?
You're asking me if I need your help?
Do you need me to come there? Before I make a decision, do you need me to
Only
come
reason I would need you to come here is maybe to I know this is gonna sound silly, but to attempt that whole light thing again on the zoos. See if it has any effect at all. Other than that, what I really do need is a containment unit to get here ASAP.
All right. What I'll do is
get this off the street. Like,
all right, then I'll so I won't leave the penthouse. I'll say, I get my team to make sure they get somebody ace, like we needed yesterday, somebody, a containment unit to get there. Artemis, the hazmat unit that you had, the hazmat that you were able to get in contact with, you still have their information? Maybe
Yeah,
they can.
they're actually in your penthouse working.
They're still in the penthouse?
Yeah, they're working.
What are they doing? Oh, they're still there?
Yeah.
Okay. I let them know what the situation is, and I asked them if they're able to go to that location. That would actually show.
They're currently doing that diagnostics that you and Noctem requested.
Oh, right.
They can't. And
they can't.
Emerald?
If they can split their team, but they don't necessarily answer directly to you. They answer to Artemis.
Emerald, one other thing.
Yes.
There was an explosion where Twitch and Sage was.
What? I'm with you. How much?
Come on, fortune teller.
Not Twitch, with
if Lou had you in the building, you were there when everything happened. Yeah.
So there was an explosion. A rocket went off.
No. Not.
He didn't describe any of that. He just said that he engaged with. Well, I mean,
No.
You
Talk about who is it? Fortune teller. Didn't fortune teller said there was an explosion and fire?
Yes, actually, he did.
Yeah, if there's an explosion and fire, none of the authorities showed up yet?
It literally just happened within the last 2 minutes.
I would say y'all need to get the hell out of there as soon as possible. You have a body leaking some type of, whatchamacallit, biochemical acid or whatever, and you're trying to put it out, drip the acid away, which is good. But if the authorities get there, they're gonna look at you kind of side eye. Clearance or not. Guess you better start hoofing it real quick.
Well, Stage has GSTF clearance, so if anybody who has any kind of credentials would be him. He could probably talk to the authorities and let him know. Fortune teller, maybe not so much.
Are there cameras on this block?
Everywhere.
Cameras everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, SJ clearance means nothing. They're gonna see a rocket go off in a school district.
You're correct.
His clearance means nothing right now. That's considered a terrorist attack. They're gonna see something being thrown from across the street to hit the guy with the rocket. Do you not understand that? So, when that goes down, his SJF thing may keep him from getting into handcuffs.
Lou, I just want to turn the fire off,
That's fine. Yeah, you're able
and then
to,
I'm leaving.
you're able to do that. You're just
All right,
leaving.
I'm
Sage.
outta here.
She's like, fuck this guy.
I'm gonna just close everything up, close the fire hydrant back up, and I'm leaving.
This is a school area. Remember that? What was it? Sadie Brook? Sandy Hook?
Yes.
Where all the little kids got shot up?
Yes. No,
Okay, then. This is a rocket blowing up in front of a school. 5 o'clock in the morning.
You make a perfect point. I'm not arguing the. I'm not
Then
arguing.
he needs to grab that body and start doing the Bill Bixby Incredible Hulk walk
Right.
and get the hell out of there.
Okay. Are you doing this over comms?
Yes.
All right. What part do you understand that this is a puddle now? There is no way of getting this off the floor. I am not leaving this site with this contaminant on the floor. Some containment unit needs to get here now. Okay, that's what you don't understand. As far as the rocket is concerned, the rocket is concerned, fine, it got off. The weapon is still up there. All right, definitely not shot off by me. All right, they can ask the questions all they want. They're gonna, and as a matter of fact, the law enforcement coming here would be a better thing for them to corner off everything. So that way, there's no civilians or anybody looking, or anyone who wants to be interested or nosy to get involved with this damn moves.
Well, you're in a school.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Right?
Leaving is not an option.
Fortune teller is already going to leave the scene. Right? Sage does have government credentials and can probably explain better to authorities. Are you able to ask the current hazmat team that's working here to ask them to help with the situation?
I can't spend the manpower. We're just still doing the diagnostics. It took all I can to get that team here.
All right.
Yeah. What part of you don't understand that this is involving the same thing they're trying to investigate?
Yeah, and?
Emerald, just make the call, please.
Is there anybody on my team that can? Well, I try to see if there's any other option besides the people that we have, since we already
at the current location. Nope.
No, we do not have. Artemis, we need to spare at least a small. Doesn't have to be the whole team. We get at least a couple of people that could see what's happening. Because if that
We have a half dozen of those special hazmat agents that came to assist. So if you're going to split them up, you have a total of 6 to decide to split. 6 including the team lead.
I'll take the 6 with me.
Yeah, but the hazmat unit that went there is not prepared to bring this in.
I'll take the 6 team with me.
Admiral.
Yes.
You do realize that the hazmat unit that's on site with us at the
penthouse.
The penthouse. It is not equipped right now to bring in this chemical virus or this ooze.
Yes, they are.
If they were, they would have been able to contain the other one that was
Number
there.
one, they're doing it, containing it right now. They're doing diagnostics. I'm loaning you the 6 right now. We have Type 4 mop suits ready and everything else like that. We will make another space and everything else like that to contain this thing. So,
Fine. If you can, if they have the means to do it, then do so now.
I want to call them a favor if they didn't.
All right. Again, Artemis.
Guys, suit up. Type 4.
There's a we're fighting things on multiple fronts. I'm gonna, because you're the person who's in charge of understanding what they can do, and I'm not. You work for me, so I'm requesting that you help me make this command decision to help Crimson Sage try to contain that area. Because the more information we have, right, the better off we'll be. If that plague that this group is trying to release ends up being more like this, then that's the entire state. It's not just a handful of people that they experimented on. This Solomon Grundy, it sounds like the Solomon Grundy drug or plague or whatever is a crazy effect on people.
Lou, I take the team, we're mop suited up. I take a cold casket with me to contain the body and everything else like that. Also, with a little bit with solvents and everything else like that, with different grades of acid, depending on what it is, to let the biochem team know what it is.
Okay.
So they can study it. Not to mention, we're going to need some petri dishes and everything else like that. So
they have their kits, so they're prepared. They just don't have an infinite supply.
Understood. Let's go.
Okay. So
I'm in a
the first things first is like, so are we just putting a stop? Are we putting a hold to this to get to the?
No, we're not.
No.
Your team works slowly and everything else like that to do that until we come back, and then we'll correlate whatever we have from whatever Sage has with us.
One of his other analysts is like, sir, the computers are still analyzing, so I think we're okay just leaving this here, so long as this room stays cleared. And you have to make sure that no one enters this room without any equipment.
No one.
They have to decontaminate and then get out, and then get all their gear.
I don't care what it is. If you don't see my face in this team, no one comes in.
Understood.
Shoot to kill if you have to.
So that leaves Emerald and Twitch getting to the scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Luke.
Yes.
I'm directing myself towards Fortune Teller. I'm like, Fortune Teller, I know you want to leave the scene, but there has to be a reason why this thing was sent. The Sentinel was sent in order to destroy that crime scene. Because I believe that RPG was meant to go into that room where you just came from.
I have some objects that will be helping us, hopefully, but I have to leave the scene just in case.
I understand that, but you only did that when you were doing it through astral projection. Could there have been something you missed by being able to move things physically? Could there be any other evidence up there that could be pertinent?
Right now is the worst time. I have very little time. I have to leave. Now, Lou, he does not know about my situation.
Correct.
I am out of there.
I understand why you're saying it. You just need to make them understand.
Already done. It's
so
no, that's fine.
There's a sense of urgency coming from him that is different. It's similar to his all right, I'll put it this way. It's not dissimilar to his apprehension of Noctum.
All right, so I mean, he doesn't register. Well, it's not like I would know.
You just know him as a psychic, as at this
No,
moment.
no, no. What I'm talking about, because of my in-depth experience with the supernatural and the undead and all that, would there be any tells that would allow me to understand that that's what he is?
Actually, because he is not in his full fucking uniform, his Undertaker's uniform. Do you what percentage? What skill would directly correlate to what you're trying to figure? What you're trying to do?
That would probably be demon and monster lore.
Roll it.
Switch this to 100.
That would lead Twitch and Emerald heading towards the warehouse, correct?
Yes.
And I made it sans any negatives.
What's the initial percentage?
98.
Okay, yeah. So once as you're talking, you can see his heightened apprehension, and he keeps, there's one tell. He keeps looking at the sky. You're muted.
I won't say anything. I understand.
I have shades on.
No, but your head is you're just like.
I'm understanding the apprehension,
and you can.
I'm not gonna say anything, so I'm gonna let him leave because it seems like it's really.
You want to know something? He kind of
gets
knows because when I frenzied, I know he saw my whole face.
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't get a chance to see your face because I went after the agent.
And you had to
I
play.
know you
had
frenzied.
your play doctor's mask on.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
he took it off. Remember, he vomited.
No, he didn't. He
vomited
vomited
first.
through the mask.
Oh, through the mask. Okay.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, but even then you had taken off the mask, I didn't see you directly because I was worried about the agent going out the window.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I got you.
All right.
Well, I'm
at.
Okay, so I let him leave.
Yeah, seeing that,
I'm gonna stay at the scene for the authorities to get there, and hopefully the hazmat can get there before the authorities. But either way, I'll play it out however it rolls. Okay. However this plays out, that's how I'll roll with it.
All right, so definitely you can hear them coming from the distance. I don't like that.
Joking. Let me know when I get there.
By the way, if there's any ooze on my gloves, I'm taking them off.
Okay. You do notice some spatter.
Yeah, taking them off and putting a new pair on. Yeah, no.
Very smart. Very smart.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Whoa, what does that have to do with me?
Good thing they were reinforced. If not, they would have been like, yeah, your hands are burning. Ah, fuck.
All right, so I'm going to turn to Twitch and Emerald. All the excitement notwithstanding, you're in Emerald. You're in Twitch's vehicle.
This is spacious.
It takes you no more than 3 to 4 minutes by air at a speed comparable at a comparable speed to get you there within 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
As you're approaching, describe for me how you're approaching.
All right. So, how much water is there between? How much? Never mind.
You're coming from. You're coming from the north to the south. Well, you're coming in southeast, in a southeast trajectory.
A southeast trajectory.
So you would hit. You would have to cross. Not Randall. Is that Randall's Island between, at the end of Battery Park? The island between that right there. That's Randall's Island. Or
Randall's Island is between.
Or is Governor's Island?
New York, and Queens.
I'm thinking of Governor's Island. That's Governor's Island. So you would cross. You would go across that to get to where your destination. Now, it's not an exact science, but.
All right, so I wanna hit the water about a good a good 10 miles out and go there by water after that.
Okay.
Because flying towards it would be too obvious. I mean, even though I don't got no lights and sirens on, the ambulance is white and red.
Oh, so
Dock wagon is white and red.
yeah,
Right, dock wagon.
That's right.
So about 10 miles out, come in low, land in the water, change into the boat, which is black ball paint, and cruising the rest of the way.
Okay.
Now, before we left, did we mount weapons onto the ship, Emerald?
I don't think we didn't have
You wouldn't have had enough time to do that.
No.
So then, okay. So I got the two 20mm guns on it in front. They're fixed.
Deep Christmas.
The Twin Link 20mm guns. So I got rerolls if I miss. Wait, that's Warhammer. Never mind.
You know what I picture your boat looks like?
Well,
You remember Deep Rising, Treat Williams' boat?
no.
You never saw the movie Deep Rising when the creatures went inside the big luxury liner and Treat Williams was carrying the mercenaries to blow up the boat so the guy can collect the insurance? His boat was like really big and had more than enough room and everything else like that.
No, I haven't seen that movie.
When you ever get a chance, you can watch Deep Rising and see Treat Williams' boat, the one he was driving.
I can show you what my boat looks like though.
Okay.
I had it in here. I gotta find it.
Yeah, you already posted it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I saw it.
The weapons are hidden on it. Let me see.
You're flying directly over Brooklyn, so you would, yeah, you're going directly southeast. So you would, if you're going by the water, then you would have to cross all of Brooklyn. Or you have to go to the southwest through the over the Verrazano, around Gravesend Bay, Coney Island, Manhattan Beach. You see where I'm going with this? So are you going across Brooklyn itself, or are you going along the water?
So I'm going over till I get to water, and then I'm gonna land in the water.
Well, okay, hold on a second. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
Coming from where you are. Okay.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, I fly over the water.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map. That's how I'm looking at it.
I fly over the land
Mm-hmm.
to get so I get to water,
Okay.
and then I make the beeline from the water
All right.
straight to the location.
That takes you no time flat. You get there, you hit the water. The sky is now a nice shade of purple as the sun is about to come up over the horizon. When you can see the docks, you can see all of right along Sheepshead Bay. There's a lot of apartment buildings, new construction. To the south, directly to the south, directly ahead is Plum Island, which is a park. There's Brighton Beach, Manhattan Beach is directly to your south. To your north is where the dock is going to be, where the warehouse is.
All right, so when I get, I want to say once I get about 5 miles out, turn on my instruments to see if I start detecting radar or other detector type signals.
You definitely detect radar. There's radar. I don't know what you mean by that specifically. Radar does
Coming from the facility.
Oh, from the facility. No.
Nothing coming off the facility?
No. There is an army base. That's where Noctum had left, but they're
Fort Hamilton.
yeah, Fort Hamilton, but you're flying below the radar range. I will say that you're able to fly just below radar.
Okay.
But there is active radar.
That I was trying to. I mean, I know
Nothing
there's active radar in the
specifically
city,
from that
so-
place. No.
Nothing come from that place.
Mm-hmm.
You said there was construction, new construction.
Yeah, it's mostly residential. But that's to your south.
To my south,
Yeah.
but it's south of the facility.
So what is it? Port is left, starboard is right.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So to your port, that's where the warehouse is. It's north from the direction you're coming in.
Okay.
To your starboard is where all the new construction is. Manhattan Beach, Kingsborough Community College. That's where it's mostly residential.
Residential.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. So I leisurely approach the facility.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye out for any movement on the dock, any movement along the.
There is no ship there that's currently docked, but you can see it as you're getting closer to it. You can see the large container ship crane. There isn't any visual activity that you can see. Your instrumentation doesn't necessarily show any person or persons within its visual range. I don't know what other diagnostics does your vehicle have?
I didn't write it down. Crap.
Or just give me a basic
So,
understanding.
but what I'm gonna do is to get a better angle.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send Birdie. Up and towards the facility, and I'm gonna tell Birdie to keep the sun behind him
Okay.
because the sun is rising.
Mhm.
So it's coming east to approach the facility from the east.
Okay.
To keep a good distance and do a survey of the area.
All right. The picture is as I described it. There is a warehouse facility that's there. There's truck bays. There's at least maybe 50 to 75 containers stacked in neat rows, in rows of 5. The facility doesn't look like it's being patrolled, but you do see a security. There's a security desk, a security office that has a light on. Birdie does a quick surveillance. What is it? He sweeps the area. Thank you. And the security guard is fast asleep, feet up, TV on. So there's no activity right now that Birdie's able to see. What other diagnostics does Birdie have?
Birdie has the same exact suite I do. So he has a sonar, radar.
Mm-hmm.
He has the advanced optics suite from the robotics.
Mm-hmm.
He has the 3D imaging. He has thermal. He definitely has thermal. He has infrared. He has ultraviolet.
Mm-hmm.
He has a micro radar.
Okay, so I'm gonna
and
stop
he
you.
has
I'm
the
gonna stop
audio.
you there because you already touched on one thing. When it sweeps over the warehouse, there is a heat signature in one of the rooms. So it obviously it's not going to give you a clear picture. There's one heat source that looks human. It shows pretty much the pattern of a human heat source. But there are 4 surrounding him in varying about maybe 20 feet away from him. They're positioned on all 4 corners. Those heat signatures are mostly cold, but there's a core heat. Just like it looks like a flicker.
All right.
So they could be what do you call it? Space heaters. That's what Birdie is trying to ascertain what they are, but he's not getting any electrical signals from them.
I paint the structure.
Okay.
And I send the coordinates. Send the coordinates back to base and back to Noctum. What else is in the area?
You do see one of it almost missed it because it seemed to be covered by a camouflage tarp, but Birdie was able to determine that there is a Humvee, an armored Humvee that's covered by a camouflage tarp. That's just on the side of the building. near one of the exits. That's closest
So
to where that heat signature is.
All right, paint that too. Take surveillance pictures of it and send it back.
Okay.
Any markings?
No, it's still covered. It's covered with the tarp. He was able to take telescopic images, and it like the wind caught the tarp as it flew up, and it saw like maybe the front end where the front tire is, and it was able to extrapolate that out as using that to paint up to come up with a silhouette of the vehicle itself. It matches the size and the weight of the vehicle.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, M's there with me, so I tell her.
I'm watching everything.
Yo, Emmy, look, that's that. I don't know if that's their zombies or not, but it could. There's no electronics coming out of there, and the heat's low, so that could be their zombies guarding somebody on the thing. The shape of the silhouette of the person that I do see, is it in a sitting position?
Yes.
So after a few seconds, it doesn't move, right?
No.
Like after a few moments, so that person there is being restrained.
Okay.
So that could be one of our targets.
There's no windows. There's no windows where this thing is at all. Is it even the smallest of windows? Are there anything?
Actually, there are. Right along the top, the top of the warehouse. You can there's the windows that fold open, just for ventilation.
All right.
And there's some skylights, but they're not in a position where he is, where that person is.
Luke, quick question.
So what about the window near the are there any windows near that person?
Yes, actually there are.
How far away?
Birdie would need to get close in order to get a good angle to look.
Birdie got prowl, so I can send him over there.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Do that. I don't have to turn into light to fly.
Understood.
I can also fly, and once in a stealthy way where I could probably
you can fly in a stealthy way.
I can fly in a stealthy way. And I can make myself quasi invisible to the human eye, and try to see if I can peer in. So once you let me know what's going on with Birdie, I'll do that to confirm what Birdie is seeing.
All right.
So I send them.
Make a stealth roll for Birdie.
Sheets. No, docs. Documents. Oh yes. Try it.
If you can't find it, just make a base stealth roll. All right. At your level.
What's the base roll for stuff again?
35.
35 plus what per level?
35 plus 5 per level.
5, 10. What am I? Oh, he'd have it at 80.
Okay.
Then it's 80%.
Yeah, you have it at 80.
So it'd be a prowl roll, right?
Yeah, roll.
So it's 25 plus 5 per level.
25 plus 5 per level? Yeah, it'd be 80. Well, if it's not a combat skill, it's based on 80.
Yeah, it's a rogue skill. I'm sorry, go ahead.
100.
That information you gave us earlier, that was to all of us?
I got a 70.
Wait, what information are you talking about?
The one about the ships in the warehouse?
I shared that.
He shared it.
I shared that quickly.
Okay, so damn. I don't know if it's too late to interject.
Okay, so let me know what you're doing and I can tell you if it is or is not.
When he shared the information, given the code that was cracked for Starkwell, I'll let him know that in that warehouse there might be something of importance due to the, and I read it off to him verbatim on how they cracked the code.
Stockwell code? But I've been playing. I don't think I missed a game. What did I miss?
Yeah, you're gonna have to go into a little bit more detail.
We found an encrypted email sent to a compromised account to Richard Starkwell's personal email account. It contains a seemingly random string of numbers and letters, but has a hidden message. and the message reads, "Seek the wolf in the shadow of the old warehouse where the river whispers secrets." And when he gave the information about the ships, one of them being the Shadow Links, and it being in the warehouse at the river, at the dock, it might be something that be of importance.
Okay, I mean, sharing that information is fine. Having that information is, he would have to determine what he does with it.
Okay.
All right. So, does that change anything for Twitch or Emerald?
Change nothing for me.
No.
Okay.
I get the I pull Birdie in. I rolled an 80 on the stealth roll.
He gets
Put him to the window.
He gets right up to the window. You can see with that, the lighting. It's dim in there, and with his he has night vision or dark vision.
Yes, he has night vision. He has full optic suite.
Okay, so
and I had to pay extra for thermal and ultraviolet.
Okay, switching between starts with thermal just to get the heat signature's exact location, and it switches. As it switches from, it goes from, first thing is ultraviolet, and not the entire room, but 2 of those 4 are in its sensor range, where you can visually see it. You can see those. They're 2 men. They have the what do you call those long guns that everybody hates?
AK-47.
No. The American.
The M. Browning M50 sniper rifles.
No. The one that everyone thinks is an automatic weapon, but isn't. It's a semi-automatic.
AR-15s.
Damn! Boom! Holy shit!
Oh, mini M16s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the AR-15s.
They have AR-15s, but their skin is it's radiating like purple with the ultraviolet, and then it goes to night vision, and you can see it's two people. They're holding the weapons, and they're standing perfectly still. They're not even in the night vision. You can see that the white. Normally, there's some light that reflects in their irises when they're nothing. They're not even blinking.
So, all right. Oh, this is being recorded also because it has that. It has that.
Yeah.
So I paint the targets and let him know where they are in the room. There's only 2 that are in clear view.
Mm-hmm.
Recording all that information about the way their skin illuminated under the ultraviolet.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean she can see everything that's going on because it's on the monitors. Remember, the whole thing is digital on the inside.
As I describe it, I'm assuming that you're sharing that information with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everything is being recorded to us. So I'm sending it to who else is in the back base? Noctum, yeah, he's in the base. He sees it all too as it's going. It's like, so that's what we have there. There's 4 of them. I mean, I could try. I don't know if I can get into the way you can, but I mean, if you want, I could just go through the building.
At this point, Emerald's already were you moving? Meaning leaving the vehicle in order to go to to where Birdie is? Okay. You can see the drone.
I don't have to. I don't fly super fast, but I can fly. But my.
All right. So then, so I'm transmitting it to Emerald. Also,
okay. So here's the only. I want to be clear. Describe for me. No, I'm talking to Emerald. Describe for me your costume.
My costume is multicolored. It's multicolored, but it's black. It's got a emerald, got a diamond shaped emerald image in the front, and the rest of the costume is multicolored and black. What I was gonna do was when I fly out, I was gonna bend the light around me, right? So if anybody even tried to look towards me, they have to roll to see if they could even see a shimmering image or anything.
That's all I need to know. Okay.
I'm gonna bend the light so nobody sees me.
You can, as you're approaching the warehouse, see the drone. Describe for me how you're coming in, all of that stuff. What is your intent?
Well.
Wait. Give me a second. I just want to get something up.
Sure.
And it's all you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Birdie do a sonar on the building to see how thick the walls are. That way I know whether or not I can ram the front of my car into that thing and get them out if I have to.
Okay.
Okay, so the warehouse itself is not necessarily, it's not reinforced. So,
All right, so it's paper for me.
So your vehicle can easily break through the front
All right,
gate.
so then if I have to, I'm gonna jump up and just ram the flying ape, the ambulance through it.
Okay.
Just let you know. All right, no good. Go ahead.
First, let me see how far.
So how high up? What angle?
How high up? How high up was?
You
I'm
need
basically-
you need to
I'm
paint the
basic-
picture in your mind and describe it for me so that
Okay.
I can see it, because I'm a visual
Right.
thinker. The more you give me, the more I can see what you're doing.
Well,
Moist.
my maximum speed without me transforming into light is about 30 miles per hour.
Mhm.
Right? But
Still,
I'm not
it's still
flying.
plenty fast.
Right. How far away were we from the warehouse, and how
Twitch-
far away was
Twitch needs to confirm that.
Okay, so we were easily at least at the closest I would have attempted to get to, because I know how radar and everything works, would have been no more than 5 miles.
No more than 5 miles?
Yeah, because I don't want to get picked up,
Right.
and I don't know what they have.
Right. And how
me,
fast?
eh,
How
for
fast?
me,
How fast does Birdie fly?
Birdie flies at 100.
Okay, so Birdie flies faster than me currently, right? So I was basically going to fly in the same trajectory, as you had sent Birdie, right? Again, because I'm, bending light around me.
Okay,
You
so
know-
in order for this to work, if you're 5 miles away, it's going to take you 10 minutes at your top speed of 30 miles an hour to get there. Thank you, speed, distance, time calculator.
All right. I could be there in seconds, but I don't want to compromise it.
Calculatorsoup.com for anybody who's bothers.
I don't want to.
Hey, that's a good plug.
Right. I don't want to. I'd rather waste the 10 minutes
Mhm.
to. Because how long did it take Birdie?
If he was traveling at 100 miles an hour to get there,
Yeah.
at top speed, it would take him 3 minutes, which is, wow. I said 3 minutes, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I said 3 minutes.
Right. So I'm just a little slower, but I'd rather be slow than, and cautious in this situation.
Okay.
Than, all right, let's blow everything up.
At the current rate of progression, by the time you get there, the first rays of the sun will start peeking over the horizon.
Okay. Oh, food. Ooh, I'll be energized. Great. All right. When I get there, I'm gonna kind of like post myself on the side of the wall next to the window that Birdie was visualizing.
Mhm.
Right. And then I'm going to use my angular vision to look around the whole building, and also see if I can see inside the building as well. And I'm going to activate all my other visual senses while doing that, based on my bend light,
Okay.
like my infrared, my ultraviolet.
Okay.
So-
In conjunction with your angular vision.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's see.
How long is Twitch going to keep Birdie there? Are you going to keep him there until Emerald gets there, or are you going to move him?
I'm gonna keep him there until Emerald gets there.
Because he doesn't necessarily have stealth capabilities in terms of bending light or becoming invisible, correct?
Birdie?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
He's just stealth. Just silent motor. He has black
And,
ball paint like to cut
yeah.
the car.
And how big is
That's
he?
plus. Birdie's a. Wait, I have that written down. I was just looking at it.
Basically, he has the whisper mode like the Apache.
No, I get that. I'm asking for a little bit more detail from my mind's eye.
Birdie
The way the
is-
picture suggests that he's larger than a traditional drone.
Oh wait, it's up here. Remote drone. The quiet motor, about 16 inches long and 12 inches tall.
Okay, so he's not that big.
So he's no, he's a little bigger. So I would say he's about 24 inches long.
Okay.
And he's definitely 12 inches tall.
And
But he's 24 inches long.
all right.
And he has black ball paint. It gives him like a plus 15.
Just stuff.
Okay.
Hello?
It's plus 15 in stealth versus sensors.
Okay. All right. And you're keeping him there until until Emerald arrives.
Yes.
Okay.
I will keep him moving. Keep him aware of the area. See if he can get a sight on the other two if he can. But keep.
He would
trying
have
to
to
keep.
maneuver to the other side of the building.
Okay.
Up and over.
Gets-
You know what I'm saying? To get
I
those
understand.
to get to those windows to get a visual.
Yeah. I let him do it.
Okay. All right. Now, Emerald, you do see Birdie as he's floating up, as he's hovering up, and starts moving to the other side of the warehouse, which leaves you to do your action.
All right. Oh,
Around the building, none of the doors are open.
okay.
So there's the front of the warehouse where the two sliding doors that open the widest, obviously, to let vehicles, trucks, and such go in. Then there's at least 20 truck bays. Those are all shuttered as well. There is the back door, which also slides open. Those two rear hangar doors, and along the length there, where the truck bays are, there's two doors, two human entrances on each side, and then one in the center. So it's 10 bays door, 10 bays door. So there's 3 doors. And on the other side of the building, there's at least 6 entrances.
Right. And
Looking in
I
the
look around,
place,
and you said that the skylight as well.
yeah. Looking
Right.
in the place, it's mostly empty. There are some crates. They're covered up in tarp. You can see the person that's in that chair, head down. Face is covered with a blindfold, tied to the chair. Doesn't seem to be moving. Has ragged breaths. Yeah, something is off. The ultraviolet that since you're cycling through the visions using your bend light, you can see the ultraviolet on this that's emanating from the exposed skin areas of those men. They haven't moved. Just for context, they haven't moved since you discovered it. Since Twitch moved in and started recording, they have not moved. They're all facing him.
All right. Like, repeat that one more time for me.
What part?
The person whose head is down.
Mhm.
You said there's another person in the room, and they're not looking
No,
at someone.
those four with the 4 armed men. Let's just call them
Okay.
the 4 armed soldiers. They're all dressed in the same military fatigues.
Gotcha.
No identification. Like no name along the pocket that a normal army or armed forces officer would have. No ranks, just the weapons. They have belts with ammunition. You do recognize a couple of grenades. Do you have military training of any
I
kind?
do not have any military.
All right, so
training.
the only thing you recognize is that they have different shaped grenades. They have
I do have military training, and I have
okay, so
intelligence
there's
also.
they have at least 3 traditional solid grenades.
High explosive.
Yeah, explosive, two flashbangs, and one that is white phosphorus.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Okay.
I point that out.
All right.
Oh yeah. White phosphorus is fun.
Oh.
That's a burning agent, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta wait for that to burn out.
That shit is nasty.
All right.
All the water in the world won't put that shit out.
All right.
Actually, I think salt pulls it out, doesn't it?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay.
A white phosphorus freaking howitzer round is disgusting. Especially when you do an air burst and let it rain down. Oh.
Yeah, isn't that a war crime now?
Huh?
Isn't that a war crime to use that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
On comms, I whisper and I say, I think Twitch and I have found the other kidnapped victims.
Well, we found one. Don't say others. We only saw one.
It's only one person?
Yeah.
Just
one person in the middle of the room.
Oh, shit.
They're not gonna put all 4 people in the same room.
Okay, so I say we found one. They're heavily guarded.
How many people?
One.
4
guards.
Or 4 guards. Yeah. You said that.
And me being from where I'm coming from, I'll tell you straight up, they look like 4 zombies, bro, or ghouls. They're real still. They come up in ultraviolet, so their skin is
What's their body temperature?
It's low, none, almost none.
Their body temperature is approximately 72.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wouldn't my infrared pick that up? Because
that's what
infrared would be hit.
As I described them earlier.
Yeah.
Those were the low. Those were the low temperatures.
Yeah.
Oh, they're anemic or something wrong with them?
Okay.
Well, all 3 of them come up low like that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Twitch. We might have to go in gangbusters. I can put a force field around the individual.
Enough said.
And you can just ram the guys from behind. They won't expect it.
Enough said. Enough said. So I'm gonna have Birdie feed me the dimensions of the room, and then my action when he's ready, when ME says it's time, I'm gonna run in nose first. I'm gonna freaking I'm gonna fishtail I'm gonna fishtail the ambulance with the door, and as I'm fishtailing it, I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna scoop them up and fishtail across to the other side of the fucking room and keep going.
Okay. What are you doing, Emerald?
I'm basically gonna blast to the top, but I'm gonna use my force field, right, to cover the individual from any damage, right? But I'm not turning into light. I'm gonna cover myself in force field as well. So it'll basically be me splitting SDC amongst us. So
you're making multiple force fields.
Yes.
I give them the dimensions of what they should, of the size of my compartment, and I'm gonna tell them the size that they have to be for me to scoop them up and keep going.
Okay, I have advanced math, so I would understand that.
Okay. All right. So with that said, I'm going to move back to the other group here. Artemis, you arrive on the scene first.
Okay.
All right. Just minutes before the police arrive, there are people.
Right.
You can see people in their windows. The ones that can open them, because not every window can be opened in these, especially in the newer constructions. They're open to people are peeking out and looking. Fortune teller, you had left the scene. Where were you going?
Getting to the car and driving back to the penthouse.
Okay.
I will have to get in my full suit to be able to walk around in the daylight. So
Understood.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Because
You're a Nosferatu?
now the sky is turning that amber just before the sun's first rays peek over the horizon. So
I'm already feeling nauseous.
You're getting that itch. It's like, blood. This is no good, yeah. This is no good. Gonna burn me.
That's why I said 15 minutes because I still got a little bit more time to
Okay.
get to my ass.
All right, so
You hold on for a second. Once as you approach the car, you start getting that tingling sensation. Your danger sense is starting to
Is my present sense going off?
just your danger sense, your sixth sense. Excuse me.
All right, so
Yeah.
where am I at?
You're about maybe 50 feet from the car, so halfway up the block between your car and where you were standing by the hydrant.
All right, walk across the street from the car and keep on going. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for the nearest alley.
Okay. Not so much an alley, but there's those 3-story brownstones. There's that little basement apartment. You know what I'm talking about? For all
Right.
of those. So there's not a space between those buildings. You would have to go to the very end of the block in order to make a left if that's
All
where
right,
you're
so
going.
This is what I'm doing. I'm looking for the nearest. I'm gonna pass the car. Is my danger sense still going
Your
on?
sixth sense is still active, yes.
Okay. So basically, what I'm gonna do is my night vision still should. How long has it been since walking
No, your
away?
night vision is not working at this point. There's too much light.
All right. I'm gonna activate it again and just look around, so just in case, see if I see anything. Especially looking for those drones that they were talking about, the ones that were, that there was the description of a drone that it was like real thin, that it was very hard to see. But just in case, if I see anything,
Okay.
what I'm doing is looking for.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish.
Okay, so I'm looking for an alleyway. I can't go down the block. I'm not going to do it in the middle of any other block. I'm just going to look for a way. There's an alleyway. Once I see a sewer cap, I'm opening it up and I'm jumping in.
Okay. Well,
Because
there's sewer caps. There's
Yes, but it's all visible. It's all in plain open sight, right?
Yeah, in the middle of the street.
Okay. There are sewer caps that go into alleyways or something like that, and that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. From where you are to the end of the block, there are no alleys.
Okay, but how many minutes before the sun really starts to come up?
You have probably 15 minutes.
Okay. My speed is a 27. So if I have to move a little bit to make sure that I get to one, that's what I'm going to do.
He's gonna kick in the Baka power.
burn some celerity. Burn some celerity.
He's just like, you know what? I gotta go.
That's the celerity.
Okay. Sage.
Yes, sir.
At a certain point, you have to let the cloth go because you can hear it cutting through the material. Not with the speed, with the alacrity as when it first, when his head dissolved. It's slow. It's a slow burn, but the thing that doesn't go away is the burning sensation against your skin. In fact, the longer you're there, the more irritated your skin becomes, to the point where you can start seeing it. They look like chemical burns on the exposed
Well, I'm not
parts.
standing that close to it. I'm just making sure nobody else gets near it.
Okay, so
I'm
not standing that close doesn't really help me out here.
You know, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
I'm about a good 15 feet from it, but I'm positioned in such a way that anyone coming around from either side, above, below, wherever, I have enough time to intercede.
Okay.
from
So-
them engaging the body unless they're equipped to engage with it.
All right. No one has exited any of the structures just yet. But there's activity now, more so like at the ends of the streets where the main avenues are.
Mhm.
You can see, more traffic starting to pick up.
The money rush hour.
Yeah, the morning rush is starting to kick into gear. You do see the vehicle that is identified as a Helios vehicle. He has a specific fleet, let's just say. And out comes Artemis along with the hazmat team in their full gear.
All right, caught up the area semicircle. Take the cold casket. We're gonna pick up the body at 1,
Okay.
2.
Wait,
Three.
once you get there,
As they get there,
the
I let
first, the
them
first,
know.
holding the first things first. The lead of the hazmat team tells you to stay back, Artemis. He needs to ascertain what it is, and
Not a problem.
they need to check to see the body. Once he gets closer to it, he's just like, "What is that?" Is that
I
the
tell
same?
him-
That the same
tell him-
substance from the tower?
I don't think so.
Yes and no. I tell them. Same individual infection, but not the same person from the tower.
Okay.
However, you need what you have there is good. There is
Yeah, because he
practically
takes out like
nobody
a long one of those long rods. He just extends it like those old TV antennas, and he grabs to one of the folds of the sheet of the curtain that you wrapped him in, and as he's unrolling it, you see just bits and pieces of bone, along with some fabric that was like
His clothes.
glued to the curtain as he's moving it, but even that's starting to dissolve away. So what the hell kind of acid is this?
I don't think it's an acid. It smells like it, but I don't think this is a bioagent of some sort. He started to basically transform just like the one that engaged Emerald.
So you didn't breathe this in. Oh, never mind. So how sure of you is that of that breathing apparatus?
Very sure.
Do
So I show him.
He says, "Do you have any of it on you?"
Gloves. I point to the gloves.
All right. Wait. He grabs the gloves and puts them in a metal container not a metal container, a glass container that he produces from his satchel. His team starts circling the area. You can hear the cops by sound. They'll be there within the next minute and a half.
I'll stay so that way when they do come, both the lead CDC containment unit and myself can explain what's going on to the police, and
We're not staying here for the police.
have them support to keep people away from the area.
But
Till they
he's
finish-
not necessarily describing that to you. He's just telling me.
Oh,
Till they are able to manage to pick up everything, including the pieces of the metal that are been burnt out. I should point to from where it first initiated, the encounter initiated, and it basically seeped through. The reason that we didn't form a hole through the entire structure is because I pulled the body down, obviously, when it was still a body.
Okay.
from what floor?
A point, 3rd floor.
I zip line up to the 3rd floor, Lou.
Okay. What I mean, looking
What's the-
up, you can see the holes. Just imagine the alien. You can see the metal from the top floor. There's a bigger hole, and it becomes a smaller hole as by the time it gets to the 1st floor, it hasn't dissolved the metal completely, just in spots. And you zip line to the top floor and I'm sorry that I interrupted you, but walk me through it.
No, I said I was zip line to the top floor to see if anything was left behind.
Oh, of just his weapon.
The RPG.
Just his
Yeah.
weapon, yeah.
Just the one? Any more extra rounds?
He had 2 more. in like a
Carry case.
like a mini duffel bag.
Acid hasn't touched any of it, right?
Just a tertiary splash, but it didn't completely burn through it. Just like dots. Like if you
Dots on the
like
shells?
No, on the fabric.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the shells out of the bag.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my cable arrows and tie them together along with the RPG, the main firing mechanism part.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come back down. I'm gonna give them the duffel bag that got splattered and anything else that was left upstairs. We're gonna. I can't take this rocket launcher because they're gonna have everything on camera. This is tampering with evidence, obstruction of justice. So I'm gonna wait for the PD to get here. I'm gonna wait for PD to get here.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for PD to get here, and I'm just gonna watch them clean up. I'm gonna make sure they get everything thoroughly, and make sure it's cordoned off. That no surveillance is coming through here. You know, if they gotta walk, they're gonna cross the street. You know, this shit is terrible. Shit is fucking terrible.
Okay. I'm assuming you zip lining back to the street level.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would put you within. I mean, you're in communication with Crimson Sage no matter what through comms, but you're within vocal range. There are people just watching you more and more, and now some people from the school are coming out.
What I'm looking.
I'm sorry.
Is the principal out there?
There are some adults. Most of them are young adults between the ages of 16 to 20, but there are some. You can tell the difference between the faculty and the students. They're a lot older, but you don't know who the principal is just yet. You can't really necessarily spot them from there, from where you are. Yes.
I am looking for any type of movement going on in the apartment or the room that fortune teller left. Remember, the window's open, so I'm gonna.
Actually, no, the window's not open. He phased through it.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's right. No, he didn't. But he did close it.
No, he didn't.
Did you or did you not close it behind you, fortune teller?
Yes, I did.
Yes, he closed. Yeah, he closed it.
He closed it behind him.
I swear to you, he didn't. Well, okay, fine.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you,
no, that's fine. That's fine. What I'm saying is, I'm
pretty sure he closed it.
I'm still gonna notice. I'm still gonna pay attention to that floor.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Artemis, hold me down here real quick. I need to check on something real quick. And I make my way in. I make my way to that room. All right. If the door is open, I'll creak it open. But just
pause for a second. There are students coming out. So okay, so you're gonna brush past them. I just want to make sure because there's no sneaking at this point.
No.
Right.
I'm just walking in through the front door. I'm making my way to that room. But as I get to the door, I'm gonna creak it open if it's open.
Okay.
If not, I will open it just to give an eye inside because somebody. I don't think that was the only thing that was planned. That may have been the plan A, but there may have also been with a plan B to destroy whatever evidence or whatever may tie these things together. So I'm going on my instinct.
Okay.
To see if there's anybody kind of still hanging around or whatever. You know, I'm just looking to see if I can still rescue whatever fortune teller may have missed. If he missed anything.
Okay. Good. Fair enough. Now, Artemis.
Yo.
The lead technician, and I can't remember his name, so we'll just call him Joey.
I thought it was David something.
Yeah. Hold on. I think I wrote it down. Did I write it down? No. I have Twitch's dealer's name. And that's not useful right now. Maybe for Twitch later.
Since he's faking, he can't get you any drugs.
All right, so for now we'll just call him Andy. So Andy's just like, I don't understand. How did this? He has like an airborne detector. He says doesn't seem to be airborne. But it's dissolving so quickly. It's becoming inert. How's that even possible?
I don't know. We're dealing with smarter terrorists, smarter enemies, smarter bad people that want to do harm to innocents.
Okay, so he's some reason he had taken out like a pen flashlight from his sack, and he says, "Take a look at this for a second." I didn't notice it at first, but I did it in the lab, and he clicks it on. As he does it, wherever that beam hit, the liquid immediately moves away from it, and it forms like a circle. You can see right to the concrete of the sidewalk, and just moves away. This thing is alive. This shit is crazy.
Relax, Andy. Andy, relax. That's why I brought the cold box to freeze it.
So as he clicks it off, and it flows back as an inert puddle of liquid, and he flicks it back on. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he just, as he moves it, the light bends the liquid away from itself. It's like, how is it even fucking possible? He said, "But it's
Andy,
he said, but wait, hold on. But look, he points to the outer edge of the puddle, and you can. It seems to be drying out at an accelerated rate.
Is the sun hitting it?
The sun is. You can see the beams of light as they're because of the way the buildings are positioned, and the sun. It's almost like an avenue of light just coming down. You know what I mean? Like the rays are starting to come down the side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Where that is, there is a ray of light on that second floor. In fact, as you look up, he's like, look, what the fuck? And you look up where the liquid was dripping from the lattice work. That's all gone.
Okay.
And it seems to. You notice it because you have enhanced sight, correct?
Right.
Okay. It seems like a fine dust is in the air and it's flowing with the wind. It's the current of the wind is pulling it away from you north in the direction of.
Too bad I can't in the back.
Fortune teller. I said the reaction to this is just amazing. So we need to get this. I need to get a sample of this before.
Get in the cold box.
Yes. So he gets his team. They start collecting what they can.
The cold box is like a casket.
Yeah. No, I got you. They put it in. The heat from the ambient air is making the little steam, that little cold. What is it? The dry ice.
Right, liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. So he's just putting it in. It's just like this is just amazing. And this is a biological agent. Who the hell could create something like this?
Get in the vehicle. Don't say anything. I'm gonna talk to the police. I'm gonna hand over this rocket launcher to them.
Okay. Fortune teller. You find you find a you don't find an alley, but one of the there's a sewer cap that is positioned closer to where you are, between two cars, not necessarily in the center of the street, but if you fit yourself through it, you can get to it.
All right. Take a quick look around.
The sixth sense is still active. That foreboding sense of dread is hitting you. In fact, hold on, please.
Sense magic.
You don't sense any magic.
See invisible.
You do that. Your attention is a little diverted because the light from the sun is starting to slowly creep in your direction, but you can still do it. You don't see. You just look around, look up, look in all directions. Nothing. Nothing is invisible. You don't see any of those drones.
I'm gonna pop the lid and jump down.
Okay.
Close the lid behind me.
Alrighty. So hold on.
Ooh, I like that effect. Oh, that one too.
No.
Nice.
Get closer to the lid. Just as you're about to pop it, I need you to make a save.
For what?
Versus knockout.
What will be my bonus? My physical endurance?
Yeah, whatever your physical endurance bonus is.
All right, 12.
All right. Is that what you rolled?
Now wait a minute. I did roll a 12 for knockout, but is it an attack?
It's a surprise attack, so that's what the
I
knockout.
can't be surprised.
Well, that's
because
what I'm saying. It as you're getting it, whether you're surprised or not, once you grab at the lid of the sewer cap, it shoots right past you. So here's what I can do. I'm gonna make a roll, and you can attempt to dodge it.
Okay, I just know that with 6 cents, you just can't be attacked from behind.
Well, you're not being attacked from behind. You're being attacked from the front.
A surprise attack from in front.
That's like such bullshit. But all right.
I thought it was called marriage.
All right. What I got to roll?
Roll your dodge.
Roll dodge.
What's it stacking now?
21.
Okay. So once you get to the sewer cap, it flies. It just pops and just flies past you. You instinctually, because of your sixth sense, you saw it.
I did the Matrix.
You saw it move. It just moved just a little bit, enough that you just like your eyes open. You throw yourself right back, and just out. You're Were you there? No, but there was. I
never was there with any of those things.
Okay, so this what looks like a not an octopoid tentacle, but it's almost translucent as it shoots up and tries to wrap around you. The knockout was from the sewer cap. It was going to hit you in the face. That's why it was a surprise attack.
Okay.
It was a surprise attack from the front.
All right. So it's translucent. You could barely see it.
Correct.
All right.
Just see the outer edges, and it's like shimmering, like as it moves in the light, it catches the light and starts to bend it in weird ways, like a prismatic.
So I am going to apply my psychic shield,
okay,
which
so
wraps around my body.
We're going to do a quick initiative. Okay.
99. Wow.
How the fuck is that?
So it's minus 18, minus 80, so it'd be a 19.
He wins.
Oh, I gotta bounce in about 8 minutes.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna be ending it soon anyway.
One way or another.
All right. So you go first. What are you doing? You doing the psychic shield? That's your attack?
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You do your psychic shield, and I'm going to do this here again. The thing envelops you in your shield and starts immediately lifts you off the ground and starts pulling you into the hole.
Now, it hasn't passed my shield, but it
No.
wrapped around my shield.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm going to use my telekinetic force to pull it off of me. I am going to grab it and pull it off of my shield.
Okay. That's an attack roll. You still have to make an attack roll.
All right. No, it's no problem, boss. Once I can see where combat. Strike, I got a +5, but over here I can't even ring.
You just make a d20 roll and add the 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shit,
that
guy.
doesn't matter. So he rolled a 1.
Wow. But I got a +5.
My
Yeah.
world.
All right.
6.
So you like the shock of it. It just it's so quick that you're only able to put up the shield as it wraps and it's just immediately pulls you into the hole. Now you guys, not you, Sage, but Artemis, you can hear the sound of the sewer cap. It's like boom, and
Which way?
to your left, in the direction of fortune teller, and you can see the cap hit one of the cars, and
You just lost them.
Yeah, no. Who? Artemis?
Artemis.
Perfect.
I don't know why. We have good internet in this house.
Anyway, so essentially, you hear the sound of the sewer cap explode. The sewer explode. The cap hit one of the cars. It immediately sets off that alarm and sets off the alarm of the cars in front and behind it. And
I just did.
that is where I'm going to leave it.
Wow.
So
I hate you.
for Artemis, Noctum, Crimson Sage, Twitch, Emerald, and Fortune Teller, Noctum not being here, unfortunately, we are going to sign off. And thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you very much.
Right.